Hello everyone. We hope this video finds you and your family healthy and avoiding the virus. Everyone at True Financial Partners has avoided it and has been very healthy so far. Jillian is within 2 to 3 weeks of having her baby, we think. She's starting to feel pretty miserable and she thinks the time is near. So we're excited about a new addition to the TFP family. A quick housekeeping note. If you're looking to get a hold of any one of us at True Financial Partners, sending us an email is the best way. It's going to be the way that will get you the quickest response, let's say. You can call the office, but since no one is at the office, periodically when we go to the office and check voicemails, we'll get your message and we'll certainly return your call. But emailing somebody at True Financial Partners is going to be the fastest way to get a response. Okay, topic of the week. Many of you have received a stimulus check from the government, and there's talk that they're going to send out more stimulus checks here in the near future. Well, you know what happens whenever money is involved, and that's the scammers that come out. There are lots of scams out there and stimulus scams. It doesn't take long for them to get that process started. They're trying to get your money. So there are 3 ways that the scammers are going to try and get your money. I'm going to explain those to you today, and hopefully you can avoid any of that. The first one is they send out fake checks. What they do is they will send you a check that looks legit. It looks so legit, in fact, that when you go to cash it at the bank or deposit it in your account, the banks will, they can't tell the difference, and so they're going to deposit that money in your account. And then almost immediately after you receive that check and get it deposited, the scammers are going to send you a notice letting you know that they overpaid you. So if your stimulus check is supposed to be $1,200, they might send you a check for $1,500 or $2,400, whatever it might be. And then they notify you right away that, oh, we paid you too much, so now you need to send us the difference. So then you write them a legitimate check from your checking account, sending them the difference, only to find out in a week to 10 days that that check that they sent you was bogus, and your bank is therefore going to take that money away from you. Meanwhile, you've sent the scammers $200 or $300 or $400 or $500 that on a legitimate check, and that's how they get some money. So you've got to be real careful with that. If the stimulus check is not the correct amount, that should be your first warning signal. The second way the scammers get you is by a process called phishing, phishing, phishing. Here's how that works. They will send you an email or a text, and they'll ask you, they'll make it sound like it's from the U.S. government, and they will ask you to verify. They'll let you know that they have your money, your stimulus check ready to be deposited, but they just need to verify your information. So they'll ask you for things like your social security number, your bank account information, and other personal information. Well, all they're trying to do is get you to provide that information, and then once they have it, they'll sell it, and the bad people will use that information. So never, ever provide any personal information. As a practice, I wouldn't provide any personal information ever anywhere other than verbally to the place that you know, like your bank specifically. So don't give any of that information out, especially by text or by email. Another thing they do is if you're on Facebook, for example, on social media, you'll get a post now and again from a friend, a legit friend, who is saying, hey, we're playing this game. This is fun to answer these questions. And it'll be like, who was your best friend in high school? What was your high school mascot? What was your mother's maiden name? What's your favorite food? What's your favorite football team? They're all very generic questions. But in those generic questions are very specific questions that you'll find lots of times are questions that you might answer. Let's say you're on a website that asks for security questions. Well, one of those security questions might be, what was your high school mascot? Or what street did you grow up on? Well, when you play this game or you respond to these posts on social media answering those questions, that's the scammers attempting to gather that information because they've probably figured out a way to get to one of your websites, and they don't know the answer to your security questions, and so that's how they get them. So personally on social media, I never answer any posts. I never respond to anything. For this reason, I know that when someone says, let's see how many likes this 100-year-old person can get, or let's see how many likes this child with cancer can get, or whatever it might be, they use those awful tactics, and they're just trying to get people to respond to those things, and I never respond to anything. The third way that they're getting to you is fake stimulus websites. They have a website that they create that looks like a government website, and there are places where they'll say there might be like a post on there or a line where you just click it, it's blue, and you click it and it says, "Get my stimulus check." So then you click on it, and then in order to go, you're not actually on a government website, but you're clicking those links and trying to process your stimulus checks, and they're just sending you to a bogus place. And again, they're just trying to get your information. So don't respond to any government or what you think might be government websites. Just stay away from those. The IRS is never going to send you an email. They're never going to call you. They're never going to send you a text. The IRS will always respond in writing, and then you can call the IRS direct. So don't respond to any of those. We all think, well, a lot of us have been guilty. I honestly have been guilty, and I've responded to something. We all think that we're smarter, and that would never happen to us. We've even responded to things where we discovered that it was a hack early on, fortunately, but they're smart, and those thieves have created lots of ways to get to folks and get your money. So just avoid that. Don't click on any links. Be very, very careful. And with stimulus checks, if you have any questions, I would call a toll-free number on a true government website. And as always, if you have any questions about any of that stuff, you're welcome to contact any of us at True Financial Partners, and we'll help you with that. So be safe, be careful out there, and hopefully we're all getting close to the time where we're going to get back to see each other and face-to-face, and we'll look forward to seeing you again in the very near future.